without further ado, Dave Bart, and Dave is Artarama.
All right. We'll just start it over here with everything. We'll start on the other side. I'm going to dovetail into the past presenter also. I was here probably a year ago with a company called Bart. Yeah, what is the name of the company? Bartology. I'm like Artarama. I'm like, well, there's a couple things. When I first came to Jerry's Artarama, being Dave Bart, they said, "That's Art and Bart. You're ready to roll." And I said, "That's why I'm staying here. I'm good in the interview," kind of thing. But Bartology is a landfill diversion company. I was here presenting a year ago, and the focus really is anybody in this room has something and they wake up in the morning and go, "I'm done with this computer. It's got to go. It's been here for 3 years. What do I do with it?" Go online. You can find all kinds of things to do with that computer. You can make it. You can paint it. You can use it in home staging. Usually home stagers don't want a 40-pound, laptop computer or anything like that. They have cardboard ones that they can put up there and it looks just the same. But my focus is call me anytime, send me an email, and talk about do not throw it into the landfill. My goal is try to find other uses for anything that you have. I'm telling you, from body parts to plutonium, we can find anything that you can. Do not throw it away, okay? So anyway, I was here, Million Cups. I do a lot of networking, and I know Jason from just walking the world of downtown Wilmington, but the chamber, state chamber, Newcastle chamber, Barry Schlecker's group. There's a million networking. I don't care which one you choose. You can go to BNIs and all that kind of stuff. Just when you're, everybody says, be passionate. Don't just show up and expect somebody to reach out and say, "Hey, Mary, I've got $1 million contract because I'm, the owner of MBNA." For you people, MBNA used to be a bank in Delaware. But the main thing is, if you don't go out and chase it every day, wake up in the morning, go to bed late, put your kids to bed, and then stay on the computer and keep doing work, you're not going to, get the successes that you want. I watch, Jason, and I'm kind of trying to keep up with him because everywhere I go, he's already been there, and they're like, "Oh, Jason, you need to connect with Jason because he's doing this, he's doing that," and then you go online and you say, "There's this picture again." I'm like, next you're going to be reading Dennis Williams, competition is Jason. So, the notes on Jerry's. A lot of people, how many people actually know where Jerry's Artarama is in Wilmington? So Jason, the only one in this room, knows where it's at. How many people know where the Grand Opera House is in Wilmington? All right, great. What's the address of the Grand Opera House? I don't know either. It's like 824. We're at 704. We're a block away from the Grand Opera House. We're a year and a half old. We're started in August 2013 as Jerry's in Wilmington. Jerry's, the corporate, has a corporate office down in Raleigh, North Carolina. The reason that when I came to present, I put it on the application, Jerry's founded in 1968. They said, "Well, really, we don't want anybody that's been around for, 45 years or 50 years. Jerry's has nothing to do with Jerry's in Delaware. I don't know if you know it, I'm a native passion person of Delaware. A lot of us Delawareans get a little irritated with the outside people because, they don't understand how Delaware works. Delaware works by you connect with one person and that person's got to take your message and run with it. I'd love to be, let's do my video and then I can pay $5,000 a month and everybody's going to know about Dave Bart, the Kardashians' friend that, runs out and does art. The problem is it doesn't happen that way. It happens by, I talk to Jason. Jason says, "I know Jazz. Jazz connects with his people and his people connect with other people, and all of a sudden we're doing art all through Wilmington." And then we say, "Hey, we've taken over Wilmington. Let's go to Newark. University of Delaware, a small little campus down south, doesn't know anything about Jerry's Artarama." So I'm like, whoa, I go in, I hand out brochures, and now we're getting calls from there. So my goal today really is how do you keep Jerry's Artarama, the corporate, from not spoiling the little intimacy or the community-based effort that Jerry's Artarama Wilmington wants to create. We don't care if you're an artist. I just put it up into the wall. Waldo Emerson, I think it was him, wrote in the thing that all great artists start as amateurs. And I don't care if you're an artist or you're a musician. If you pick up a guitar and you're a master, you're one in, that doesn't happen. So the main thing is an artist picks up a brush, that painting over there, that happens because he threw away 50 canvases before he started doing art. So Jerry's Artarama, I gave out brochures. Come see me, come see Jazz, anybody in our shop. I'll give you $5 free to just show up and come into the door. So that's, I mean, if you say, I hate art, I hate Dave Bart, whatever, I hate jazz, whatever it is that you don't, come into the store, get your $5 of product, and get out of there. I don't care, you know, if you say, I just need a Sharpie, we have Sharpies, we have canvas, we have any, you know, it's a candy store for artists. That's what the tagline is. So if you don't know where it is, and Jason's the only one that knows where it is, I'm not going to give you directions. Use your GPS, 704 North Market. So I wrote a couple kind of things. We want to build the brand of Jerry's Artarama. The brand is not Jerry's Artarama, it's more of Jerry's in Wilmington, Jerry's in Delaware. So we're going to try to organize a art fest at Rodney Square in June. You know, I don't want to dovetail into the Jazz Fest, but we're going to have a link into just, you know, if you say, I want to do art, I want to come out, we started chalk painting on the front of our steps. I don't know if you saw our Facebook page, but we spray painted Jerry's Artarama all over our front steps, the sidewalk of Jerry's. L&I, DCAD, who was our landlord, came out and said, yo, you cannot spray paint, that's graffiti, you're going to, you know, L&I, get that stuff off immediately. The art community gets snubbed and squished so much because, you know, somebody does go out and graffiti a building, you know, or urban art, as they call it now, it's not graffiti. They come out and do something bad. Let's take all the artists that are out there that do great work and amazing art and use them in your town. So if you need anything from a canvas on your front window to, you know, Deltec wants to put up a new banner or something for an event, we have artists out there that are dying to do, you know, how do we pay them? If we had to pay them in donuts like Mary paid us today, you know, whatever we have to do, let's do it. But there's artists that say, no, I need $100 an hour. Great. He'll be the one that gets passed over because there's other ones going, Jimmy John's is right down. Jimmy John's, how many people know Jimmy John's just opened up in Wilmington? How do you know about that? No, but that's the kind of thing. I have a friend that owns the Jimmy John's. I came over with sandwiches one day. The artist was fed. He was happy. So our main goal is getting art on the street. We have a gallery over at Jerry's Artarama. When you stop over, if you have your grandmother's painting that you said, it's been in the basement, I'd love, you know, it's from a Wyeth. It's $5,000, but it's ripped and it's shredded and nobody wants it. Put it in the window, sell it for $200 and move it on. You know, get art into people that actually know art and love art. So that's, I'm very passionate about two things, Delaware and recycling. So, and art it falls into a recycling mode, because a lot of times you'd be amazed how resourceful artists can get. You know, I think I'm very recyclable. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna throw that on. They're like, oh, it's a broken frame, I'll take that. And I'm like, it's a broken frame, it's destroyed, we're gonna throw it out. He's like, no, now it's a frame, it's brand new, it's great. So building the community, that's the main thing. Jason does a lot. He doesn't spend, I don't think his marketing budget is $1 million a month. His shoes are probably $1 million a month because he's wearing out shoes. You know, the old walkabout the neighborhood and you'll know what's going on in the neighborhood. I mean, if you don't walk Market Street or any of the other ones, Shipley, Orange, all that kind of stuff, and see all the vibrancy from DCAD, the historical, Buccini, Poland, everything that's pumping into this community, the riverfront, you know, just get into Wilmington. I know you're going to hear the negative energy, and Delaware is the greatest. And this is not an anti-news journal or any other PR press, but Delaware, negative energy sells milk in the snowstorms and bread in the snowstorms. Come out, help shovel your sidewalk and see what's going on in downtown Wilmington, and you'll get a better perspective from this side. So that's kind of my, you know, soapbox of get out, you know, don't listen to the radio, don't listen to any news. Come down to Wilmington, come see some of the restaurants that are out there. We're changing every day. So what would I like from 1 Million Cups? And like I said, Bartology took a big leap, and we're doing bidding with the state. We're with RPAC, which is a Recycling Public Advisory Committee with the state of Delaware. Mine is more of connecting with everybody that's in the recycling mode. Jerry's, the same way with 1 Million Cup, is how do we get Jerry's to help your world and at the same time help our world? If you say, I want to have a networking mixer, we have a space in our area that you can fit probably 20, 30 people. We do Art Loop every first Friday of the month. Get and come visit us and figure out how we can help you. If you have a bakery and you want to just put cupcakes in the front and people come by and see your name, that's, you know, if that's good enough. We have a window space, so we want to try to be like in the olden days. I'm trying to think of the show. Friends, it's a small show that was on back in the 80s. But they had, what was their cafe called? Central Perk. We don't have, we have brouhaha, we have Starbucks now in there. We want people to come in, put their bulletin board, we have a bulletin board area in there, drop off a flyer. I was talking about with Boobalicious and stuff like that. People are gonna come in and go, Boobalicious, I don't really care about art, but what's that? Get it up in the window, I don't care if it's staging to boobs to art. Everything should be in our window, so. We